Hi there, my name is Sonia Goins. I'm a sales director with Mary Kay, and I want to thank you for taking the time out for watching this video and helping your consultant. Not only are you helping her, but your name's going in a drawing for $100 cash. Now be sure that you fill out the survey that she's either emailed to you or you can get it from my website so that your name will go in the drawing. Also, for just helping her out, you're going to get a lip gloss from me, and that lip gloss can be any shade, so just let us know and I'll get it into the either get it to that consultant or get it in the mail to you. What I'm gonna do on this video is just show you how we make our money, and I'm just gonna go 6 reasons people choose a Mary Kay business, the top 6 reasons. And in those reasons, I'm also going to share my story so I can kind of tell you how I did it. But I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit what I did before Mary Kay and why I chose a Mary Kay business. First of all, I was a dental hygienist. I had been a dental hygienist for 12 years, and Mary Kay, I guess it was God, but it came into my life when I was least expecting it. I would probably be the least consultant that would have ever sold ever person to ever sell Mary Kay. I was shy, I was reserved, and I wasn't using Mary Kay, and I was a little bit gun shy of direct sales. I thought everything was a pyramid company, so I didn't want to be associated with that. I had no idea about Mary Kay Cosmetics. I had no idea how it worked. I just looked at every company that was in direct sales as that kind of company. And I had been pursued by another company that really harassed me to the point where I didn't want to sell Mary Kay. So I judged Mary Kay by other actions. And I will tell you that the first thing I will say is, if you're thinking about this as a business for yourself, and it may or may not be for you, but don't listen to what others say. Listen to what your heart tells you to do, or that gut feeling that tells you what to do. Because if I had to listen what others said about this business, I wouldn't be in Mary Kay today. Because everybody has an opinion. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. So I just decided to listen to what I wanted to do. So I got into Mary Kay by calling out of the yellow pages, started my business, and I'm gonna, just say I started to make $50 a week. Seriously, $50 to $100 a week. I wanted a housekeeper. I couldn't afford to pay a housekeeper on what I was making as a dental hygienist, and so I started Mary Kay. Mark and I have been married, forever, 25 years, and when I started Mary Kay, our daughter was 2, Margaret, who's now 23. She was 2 years old when I started Mary Kay. And so we just needed the extra money, but I wanted a housekeeper, and like I said, that's why I started. I soon, after my first month, was able to hire my housekeeper. I've had a housekeeper ever since and love it. But I also realized that I had money left over. So I started thinking, well, maybe I can do more with this. 8 months after I joined Mary Kay, I did earn my first car in Mary Kay, and then 11 months after joining Mary Kay, I was able to quit my full-time job. And that was not in the plans when I started Mary Kay. I always thought that I would be a dental hygienist for the rest of my life. That was what I was thinking. And joining this business wasn't even, I don't even know if it was in my thought process, even thinking to do it. But after I've been in the business and I started seeing other women succeed, and I started seeing, anybody can do this, then that's when it helped me realize I could do this too, and maybe I could be home with my children. My first year of, as I said, it took me 11 months to become a sales director. That year of becoming a sales director, that whole year in Mary Kay, I made $42,000 my first year as a director, compared to 20-something thousand I was making as a hygienist. And I worked, I guess 40 plus hours a week. Well, I know I worked 40 hours a week as a dental hygienist, but think about driving and everything. I was gone 50 hours or more a week, compared to 25 hours a week in Mary Kay. And some weeks I don't work that. I work around my family. And so the income, when you look at it that way, making $42,000 a year, maybe you're already at a job where you make $42,000 a year, or you make more than that. But then you take the time that you're away from home, and that's something I wanted, to be home with my family. And I had to make a good income to be home. So that's when I started looking, maybe I can take that job that I don't like, work in something that I do love, and have it both. I have it all. And I think the first year in Mary Kay, as I said, I made 42,000, and then it went maybe from 50 to 60. And I really didn't start in a six-figure income until my daughter was 16. Now, I started when she was 2, and so when she turned 16 years old, 14 years later is when I made my first six-figure income. Does it take that long? No. There are women that are joining this business, or younger women joining this business in their 20s, making what took me 14 years to do in their first 2 or 3 years. So don't think you have to wait 14 years. That was just what I chose to do. That was just where I was comfortable at. And I probably wouldn't do anything different. I might have moved a little bit quicker or worked a little bit smarter, but I don't regret anything I've done. So let me go over the 6 reasons why women choose a Mary Kay business. The number one is money. We make 50% profit on everything we sell. So in other words, when I was telling you I needed to make an extra $50 to pay for the housekeeper, $100 to $200 a week in sales is really not hard to do. You put Mary Kay on 2 to 3 faces and you will sell that. The product, I'm sure you've heard someone say before, the product sells itself, and it does. The product really does sell itself, but you have to be in front of people to get them to buy the product. So, I was probably to make $50 a week or $100 a week, whatever your goal is. I would needed to put Mary Kay on 2 to 3 faces, new faces a week, and that's what I did. The other thing is we have 2 avenues of income in Mary Kay. First of all, the sale of the product, and then the next thing is sharing the opportunity. That's when sharing the opportunities, and it's when we tell women how we make our money. And I'm just going to be honest. There are so many women out there that have no idea, just like I didn't 27 years ago, how the business works. And I can tell you, I'm out in the field, and there are women in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s and older who have never tried Mary Kay. I meet them on a daily basis. So just because you know a couple of people use Mary Kay doesn't mean everyone's using Mary Kay. Believe me, they're not. And then another thing was, number 2 was recognition. This is probably the biggest thing now. I would probably say it's my number 1 reason. Of course, yes, I'm not telling you that the money is not the reason. Was the reason I joined Mary Kay, but now the recognition. I love being recognized, and I didn't realize when I started Mary Kay how competitive I was. I was very competitive. I'm very competitive now, and I'm competitive with myself too, but it gets me up and it gets me going. And I didn't have nothing to go for as a dental hygienist. I never got great job, pat on the back, diamond ring. Well, unless you were dating the dentist or you were engaged to the dentist and you worked for him. But for me, I'm talking about I never got any prizes, bonuses. Matter of fact, they'd find a way not to give you bonuses. And with Mary Kay, you can get prizes on a weekly basis. You can get them on a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, a yearly basis. Some of the prizes I've won in Mary Kay is stuff from my house, and that's usually on a quarterly basis. I've earned lamps. I've earned gift cards. I've earned trips for my husband and I on a quarterly basis. And that depends on our sales, which we call the Star Consultant Program. And then weekly prizes, it comes usually from your director, and I give away prizes every week, or every month. And then we also have yearly prizes, which the yearly prizes that you get from the company can be diamond rings. I've earned, I've actually took 2 diamond rings, but I think I've earned 8 diamond rings, but I only took 2. And then, and this is one, and this is one. And I took those 2 diamonds. And then the other time I took cash bonuses, which the cash bonuses, I personally only wanted 2 rings. And now I'm taking cash bonuses, which come at a great time of the year. It comes about July right before college. If you have children going to college, that's perfect to use for your cash bonuses. And then we have trips. Mary Kay, we've earned trips, and one of the trips that, some of the trips my husband and I earned is as I said, when Margaret turned 16, I started doing more in Mary Kay. And so when you do that, that's when I went to first, as far as the money goes, we went to a 6-figure income. And that was just working maybe I don't know, 5 hours extra a week. I might have been working 20, 25 hours a week and maybe went to 25 hours to 30 hours a week. But a lot of that, again, was during the day. But I decided to work a little bit harder because I'd been promising my husband I was going to take him on a top sales director trip. So that year when Margaret turned 16 was the first time we earned our first trip. And some of the trips that we've been on are Munich, Germany, Rome, Italy, Dubrovnik, Croatia, a Greek Isle cruise, Maui, Hawaii. We also earned Monte Carlo and Beijing. Now, we didn't get to go on the Monte Carlo or the Beijing trip. However, Mary Kay gave us cash instead. That year, which is what I love about another reason I love Mary Kay, was the year that we earned the trip to Monte Carlo. My son was actually a senior in high school, and he was his class president. So they had their homecoming festivities going on that weekend. I didn't want to be away from that. And then the next year was Beijing, and my father-in-law actually passed away that year, so we didn't get to go on that year. So, but both of those years, I got a cash compensation for not being able to go on the trip, which most companies, sure, if you'd earned a trip through most companies and you didn't get to go, they wouldn't send you cash. They'd probably say, we will miss you, and maybe next year. But with Mary Kay, they did give me cash, and actually we have a swimming pool in our backyard now that we took some of, that we did instead, since we didn't get to go on our trips. But we will be back on the trips this year because we have missed the trips. We love cash, but we really love, there's nobody that can go on a Mary Kay trip, on a trip to around the world like Mary Kay takes you. I can promise you it is the cream of the crop. Those are the best trips I have ever, I feel like sometimes I'm dreaming because the trips are so great. So those are some of the things. And recognition too, is I love the way Mary Kay praises people to success. No matter where you are in this business, you do not have to be on the top director trips. You do not have to be a top director to get praise and recognition in this business. We recognize people at every level. And just being told you did a good job, that means more to me than anything. And to be honest, the trips, the diamonds, the cash, none of that means more to me than someone telling me that they appreciate me and maybe they got something from me. Maybe I've mentored a consultant or another director and they said, that right there is more to me than the cash, the money, the trips, the diamonds, any of that. And 21 years ago, I wouldn't have said that would have been it. And so I know I've changed being in this business. Number 3 reason women join Mary Kay, self-esteem, personal growth. Right there, the personal growth. I have grown in this business because all I could see was the dollar signs when I started. And now I can see actually helping other women and changing lives and giving them what Mary Kay has given me. Not only that, the self-esteem and the personal growth, what it's done for me as far as giving, just giving to others. One thing I want to tell you that Mary Kay has taught me is through our Mary Kay Foundation. The Mary Kay Foundation has awarded more than $31 million to women shelters to help domestic violence and nearly $19 million toward research for cancers affecting women. And that's just on this last brochure. It changes every year because Mary Kay goes over and beyond to help women. We raise money at different seminars we go to. We have your own personal events where you can raise money for the Mary Kay Foundation, and anybody can give to the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation. And so those are the kind of things Mary Kay has taught me that maybe I didn't know at 27 years old. And like I said, I joined to make money 27 years ago, to make extra money. And my life has totally changed because of being in this company. And the self-esteem, it's like a college education for people skills. I don't think they teach people skills in college, but Mary Kay has taught people skills. Not only that, it teaches you how to work with your family. I can definitely say it's helped me probably, my children might not agree with this, but maybe be a better mom and work out things where maybe I wouldn't have been able to if had not been in Mary Kay. It's also taught my children how to set goals and not always meet goals. You can't quit. Never quit. That's what my thing is. Just don't quit. You may not make your goal, but don't quit. A goal can be reset. And so, and the only way you can be successful is if you fall. You got to fail a few times. And I have I know I have failed more than I have succeeded, but I just kept going and I kept going. And I really believe that my children, I hope, if I can give them anything, that's the one thing that they know, that mama didn't always get what mama wanted, but mama never quit either. That I, dug in, and if something happened, just reset that goal and dug in and did it the next time. So that's what I hope my kids take away from this. The fourth thing, again, is the cars. Approximately 85% of the 85% of our insurance is paid by Mary Kay. And then we also, your car tags, you can be reimbursed for your car tags with Mary Kay. So that's awesome, because I don't know if you've bought a new car lately, but a Cadillac, it depends on what state you live in, but it's usually $200 to $400 in taxes or more. And so Mary Kay reimburses us for that. But the cars are awesome, and we have several cars that we can choose from now. The consultant car is I'm going to try to let you see this. It's a Cruze, the one at the bottom, and then we have a black Camry or an Equinox, and then of course the ultimate pink Cadillac. At this level, which is the Cruze, you can either take $375 a month or the Cruze. At this level, you're a sales director. You can either take the cars or $500 cash, or at this level, which is the Cadillac, or $900 cash. So that's our car program. Love that program. And then also, number 5 is advantages and advancements. The advantages of owning your own business. That right there is being your own boss, owning your own business. There is retirement available for our national sales director's position. And then we also, with the tax deductions on mileage, there is so much you can count off on your income tax owning your own business. You can even count off a room in your an office in your home. But I'm going to leave you to check that out with your accountant. But it is a home-based business, so there's many tax deductions that you can use. And not only that, there are no quotas or no territories in Mary Kay. If you don't live local to me, you can still be in our unit. We have people in all areas of in all areas, other states. And what happens is they go to a meeting that's local to them if they want training. And but we also, in my unit, also offer, I do conference call training. I do all kinds of different training. But they have someone, you will have someone local to you if you're out of town that will help you. But you still can recruit maybe under your friend that lives in another state. We call that the adoptee system. And that keeps us from having to stay in a certain area. We can go anywhere in the United States and sell Mary Kay or Team Build. And then also number 6, be your own boss. Have you ever thought, if I just didn't have to work for someone, if I could just own my own business? And I'm just going to be honest, when I tell my children, if you can own your own business. And I chose the Mary Kay business. And this business, again, has been awesome for me and my family. I will tell you, being my own boss I don't have to answer to anybody. If I want to take a vacation, I take a vacation. If I don't, when I'm sick, I don't have to call in sick anymore. But also, I can work as much or as little as I want. Of course, in anything that you do, the more you do, the more you make. And that's the same thing with Mary Kay. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, just lay back, take it easy, and you'll make $100,000 a year, because that's not true. I have worked for what I have, but it's the easiest I've ever done. Is it always simple? Well, let me just say simple. Mary Kay is very simple, but it's not always easy. It's not always easy. And, but I have just made a decision that I love what I do. And this is something where I don't know anyone who pays 50% off of what you sell. So if you just want to make an extra income, Mary Kay's that. If you want to have a career, Mary Kay has that. You decide what you want to do with this business. And there's so much more available out there that I can't even cover I went over the most important things that I thought of joining a Mary Kay. But if you have any questions, or if you would like to get with me in person, I would love to sit down and have coffee with you. I really truly love this business, and I love to share how we can make money in Mary Kay, and how we can help you make money in Mary Kay. So let me tell you how much it costs to get started. It is $100 for the starter kit, and I'm going to try to pull up this starter kit page. I should have got a bigger one, but here is the page of the starter kit, and then we're going to attach a picture of the actual starter kit. But this is a starter kit. It's $100, and you know it's $100 investment for a business. Where can you go start a business for $100? And there's over $400 worth of product that you will use at your parties in the starter kit. But where can you go and start a business for $100? Not only that, we also offer our consultants can carry product to sell to their customers or not. That is an option that we have. But I feel like it's more than an option. I feel it's a privilege that I'm able to carry product to sell to my customers so that they don't have to wait on it. And it actually costs me less money when I'm able to carry it in my home because I don't have to pay shipping, ordering 3 and 5 times a month. I just order when I need to restock my inventory. And I will tell you this about inventory. This was probably the reason that really sealed me selling Mary Kay, was when I was told our inventory, number 1, is optional, but number 2, has a 90% buyback for 1 year. So I looked at it. Why not try it for a year? If it doesn't work, what's the least worst I can do is quit. But what if it does work? And it has worked. That's what I had to go on. I tried it. I love it. And I'm just going to tell you, give it a try. It may or may not be for you, but you won't know until you try. And don't listen to anyone but your own self, because there are negative people out there about anything. And actually, I was one of those negative people 21 years ago because I thought it was a pyramid company. And so listen to your gut. And listen to those who have succeeded in Mary Kay. You can go to www.marykay.com and look at other stories from women who had succeeded in Mary Kay. And you can go on there and read it for yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. And again, dream big.